Here we are on the Rocky Peak hike. Everybody's Rocky Peaking it on the hike here. Here's Maggie the dog. I'm on the hike with everybody. Maggie, are you having fun? Oh yeah. So we're just gonna come here and hike. Maggie, look. We're out here going up the Rocky Peak. Elevation gain 1,300 feet.
So a lot of times I would have two.
Maggie, don't go over there. Maggie, come over here.
It'll be over $200,000.
Wow, what happened? What is the painting? What are you doing? So,
the neighbor's horse.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
What would happen?
Oh my gosh, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they also give lessons down there. And there's little kids who've never ridden before. He goes down the road, gets out of the yard, goes down the road,
right,
and starts chasing a horse with a little kid on the back.
All right.
And the horse starts bucking or kicking.
Oh right, yeah. Oh gosh.
I mean,
that's
the
huge.
what ifs.
Yeah, a lot of things could go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were my horses and there was none of this other stuff involved, I would have gotten a shock collar, deliberately let him outside, played with him a little bit, waited until he took off after the horses or any of that stuff.
Yep.
You'll see the amount of pit bulls that have been abandoned or got loose, and people don't want to reclaim them.
Yeah.
And they can't even get homeowners insurance on their house if they have one.
Oh really? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Wow. For that specific dog. Pit bulls.
Because it's caused too many liability claims.
Okay, so here we are going up to the end of the hike.
Or is this a restaurant?
Now this is the official end of the Rocky Peak Point hike. There's going to be is there a geological marker here? Maybe like a little pile of rocks. Somebody said I made it. Maybe a little, I don't know what it is. Maggie.
The picture I posted on Facebook with, what's his name? What's that Jewish kid's name?
Oh, yeah, Jewish. Joel, yeah.
Something like that. He was sitting on this rock looking back here.
Oh, all right.
This is the unofficial end of the line.
Maggie, you want to go up here on this rock?
So the other people probably went further. That's okay.
Maggie! Come on, Mag.
So
can you come up, pup? Can you make it? Can you make it? Here we are at the top of the end of the hike. The official high point, I guess. So we're at 1,300 feet. Maggie, you want to have a water?
It's actually...
Be careful. There. Maggie.
Yeah, that was oh, this is going to be tough.
Anybody need water?
Maggie, don't. No. Hey, don't go over there.
Do some Bible or some video programs from people. And then this other one, we do a mix of Bible study and maybe a DVD thing.
What church do you go to?
Right now I'm going to Rolling Hills, Covenant.
Is that down at Palo Verde?
Yes, yes.
That's a big.
A Hawaiian. They had a Hawaiian service. It's crazy.
Oh, below or
Mag. Now you're peeing again. Huh? Good girl.
Like today, we were talking about the unlucky number. Yes. And then, yeah, that's why it's the unlucky number. And then I went on dancing with really in the last couple of weeks. So I was calling her the dancing machine, and she goes, "Oh, don't say that, I'm embarrassed." And I go, "Well, how do you say that in Chinese?" So it's what, Tia Wu.
That's how you say I'm a dancing machine in Chinese?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
just
you would say
dancing
"wa." Yeah. If you wanted to say "I'm a dancing machine," you would say "wa." Ji. Wa. Oh,
You
wa
forgot the
shi.
M.
Oh, yeah.
Wa shi o means I'm a dancing machine?
No,
in
wa
Chinese?
shi means I am.
Oh, okay. Wa shi I am. I might need to say this before the end of the day.
Wu.
Ka wu?
GC.
Okay.
Okay,
wait.
no, it's GC now.
Wahoo, Wahoo, Kawu, GC.
No.
Okay, start over. I want to be able to say this. I need to learn this tonight. This is important.
Okay. Wa.
Wa,
Si.
si,
Tia Wu.
wa, si, Kawu,
No, Tia Wu.
Chao Wu.
Tia Wu.
T with a T.
T.
Okay. Wa, si, Tiao Wu,
GC.
GC.
Hey. What? Oh, GC.
GG.
I'm sorry.
That means I'm a dancing machine.
Yeah.
Gosh, okay. Sounds like a real popular
Would
phrase.
you say it that way in Chinese?
I'm a dancing machine. I don't hear that.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's, an American expression. Like party animal, dancing machine, hiking machine.
Hiking machine. Might need to
It's
know
probably
that.
not, a Chinese idiom, right? Right.
I think the next time I go to a Chinese restaurant, I'm going to say that. I mean, what would you like? Wa, ga, wu, ji, si, Oh, we do not have dancing machine for white guy.
Together for 2 years.
Because it's
And I helped her with her
reflection
dog.
of your belief.
Oh, okay.
And then when her and Kevin started dating, they got married,
So
and
it's-
I moved out.
Now that was,
And
as I
roommated
got
with
born
other
again,
people.
like about
About 2 years
5-6
after
years ago,
having
I was
Lucy,
really
he said, Mary,
starting
come on
to
down
learn
to
that.
live with us. We
Because
miss
I was
you.
going to
And
this church.
I'd
and
come
they
over
were,
and see them all the time.
fundamentals.
And then after
and,
that,
how I had salvation.
they got,
Even the Book of James a little
Kevin
bit.
is still doing his
And then he
work,
started,
which is
James
computer
started
work.
turning.
Oh, okay.
when
But
he
he's
started talking
also
about,
was appointed
that
a
one of our
pastoralship of the Seventh-day
callings
Adventist
should be to
Church in
help other
Ojai. So they were traveling from Newberry
It's
Park
like,
to
oh
Ojai.
wow.
Oh, really?
Realize that.
Uh-huh.
And then they had this
A growth.
balloon payment
Like
on
up
their
here
home.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they lost it.
Oh, really?
Well, it
Oh.
was not really a balloon
Tried to
payment. It
bring
was this creative financing
So
garbage.
Oh, they got to refinance it, and it turned out to be a bigger payment and less.
Well, it
Well,
happened
that's-
after the Depression,
It was
the 2007 thing. But
Oh,
they
right.
had bought their home prior to that at the top end.
Oh.
And they had paid.
Oh, those subprime mortgages where you get like this rate, and then the rate all of a sudden goes. Oh, yeah, I know.
And then,
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
like after 5 years, it was
Okay.
supposed to go
Sorry about
from
that.
what it was at 5% on up to like 13.
Right, yeah, yep. That's where those were. Yep.
And
That's where there's that huge glut of.
so
Yeah.
they tried to get it refinanced. They tried to get it, and at the time it was even a
But they said no, you need to say shall.
let's see, what was it? 4.5% at the interest rate. And they kept trying to get in with all this Obama stuff and all the other help.
Right.
No bank would work with them.
Oh, wow.
They had paid every payment on time.
Oh, my
They
gosh.
had applied extra above the payment, over $100,000 extra to the principal.
Oh, my gosh. They paid that much.
They paid that much toward the principal already, made every payment on time, and asked the bank, well,
How far behind did they get?
they didn't get behind, they just sold it.
Oh, they sold it.
They sold it.
Oh, okay. Well, at
But they
least.
took a $200,000 loss.
Oh, boy. Wow.
But they didn't chip
I
anybody.
could
Yeah.
But by the same token, the banks would not work with them. They said, just keep it at 5%. The interest rate is at 4%. Can you just rewrite it to where it's 5%? We paid toward the interest.
They wouldn't do anything.
They
Gotcha.
wouldn't. They
Yeah.
insisted.
Was it? Did they have a poor credit rating or what was it?
No, they have an excellent credit rating.
So what?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
No, it was just they weren't about to help them out because haven't made too much.
Oh.
They were going to lose it.
Usually, if you make too much, that reduces the rate. It doesn't increase. It's the other way around for some reason. If you're not making enough, it's really,
They have 90 days to get it down. And
which doesn't make sense at all.
Enough to make the payments when things were all good. But they would not be making enough to make the payments if it went up from 5% to 13% the way the economy is going.
Right. Oh, yeah.
However, they have an interest rate that's almost top of the line.
Yeah.
In fact, now the Lord has turned it around. They moved into a motor home, ended up moving into Ojai next to the, of course I had moved out again.
Separation of church and state
But
is something that's
they sold the place because the banks wouldn't work with them. Can you believe
Right.
that? They said, just lock it in at 5%, even though the interest rate right now is 4% for the general population.
They said that, or the bank said that?
They asked the bank to
They
do
asked that.
Just lock it in. Don't let it go up to 13%.
school,
and we'll keep
teach
the
the
house.
Bible as a
Uh-huh.
book.
And none of them, 4
Historically,
different banks
but
did
you
not
can't
work on them.
teach
Jeez.
as a
So
religion.
That
So
stinks.
you
they
know, like,
sold
what
the
ends up
thing,
happening
and of course when they sold the
is
thing,
people
Yeah.
say you can't pray
they,
in
you know,
school.
ended up
That's not
paying
true.
off the
Prayer
loan,
is protected
Yeah.
by the
and the new
school
people
can't
paid
fund
4.5%.
So like,
Oh,
But,
boy.
Yeah,
You know,
But that was years later after everything. Jeez, that's a bunch of crap.
Isn't that awful?
Yeah.
Isn't that stupidity? It's awful.
They're gonna move from. They're gonna move from here to They're gonna move from here to Arkansas.
Yeah.
a special
And they're going to sell that motor home. They will be totally debt free. They don't have a car payment.
Wow.
They don't
that's
have
where I
anything.
think,
But you check.
How did they know to? How did they know to buy property in Arkansas?
They went to go visit their family in Texas.
Oh, they told them about. Yeah, stuff back there is a lot cheaper than here. That's for
Oh
sure.
yeah. There were 4 homes on that property with all utilities, 200 acres of land.
Jeez,
They're
ran out.
They're going to move into 2,400 square foot.
And they bought that for what?
600 grand.
And it's 200 acres of land.
200 acres of land with air.
What is it like a ranch or something?
Well, it's almost like a ranch. It's right on the edge
Or a
of
big- or a farm. It sounds like a-
Wichita Mountain.
Something like a farm or something.
Yeah, it's more like a farm. They've got 18 trees planted now. They're going to grow orchards and organic food.
Gee, that's wonderful, man.
Oh yeah.
200 acres.
So the Lord did bless them in spite.
Well, it sounds like they were wise and they.
Yeah, they kind of sacrificed and stripped for 2 years, and they got all of everything they owned.
Geez, man, this wind all of a sudden like
And
turned
they've
into.
got that land paid for, the homes on it paid for,
Yeah.
and they did it
50 mile an hour. It blew her like a rocket.
Wow. Right. Yeah, apparently it took her like, or it took them like many years, like maybe 10, 12 years to convince her to make it into a movie.
She didn't want it. And yesterday, I just heard this on NPR. They said the original character wasn't as cheerful as Julie Nance.
Yeah. That was the whole thing. Yeah.
It was a little different.
Yeah, I think so. Then who is Mr. Banks? You'll find out when you watch the movie, I guess, right?
Well, I was watching some of it, like maybe the red carpet thing, and they had Dick Van Dyke on there.
Yeah.
And he said that the lady didn't like him at all. Yeah. She did not want him in the movie. Yeah.
Wow, really? Oh man.
And like Dick Van Dyke is, American icon.
Oh yeah.
She's
man.
British.
Yes, right, exactly.
She doesn't give a
Right,
crap.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
But it just seems so weird. You eat by the restrooms and there's trees and everything there. The fire didn't get there, and it was calm. We start walking out onto the trail, and I guess because of the fire, there was a lot more dust.
Yeah.
So the dust starts blowing up.
Yep.
So we had probably 40, 50 people. Half the people quit.
Oh yeah.
The rest of us kept going. What? Yeah.
Yeah, it was throwing.
So we
dust
kept
in the air.
going, and then we started going up the first hill, and there was like a corner, and all of a sudden the wind blew so hard it was actually blowing pebbles.
Right.
So it was like we were being hit with BB.
Oh, that.
So we go, that's it.
Yeah.
It's over. So it's interesting because afterwards we go to this Chinese barbecue restaurant and have dim sum. So we're hanging around, and I'm looking at everybody, and their faces are all black, and I go, you guys look like coal miners. And they go, what do you think you look like? And I go, well, I'm going to go in the restroom and look. And I was like, black.
That's funny.
Yeah. When I went into the shower, it was like mud came out.
Yeah, it was
never been.
Yeah,
there was dirt everywhere.
Yeah,
from my ears, my nose, all through my hair.
Yeah. A lot of it was the soot from just the burnt stuff.
Yeah.
All the
so
ashes.
Black. Yeah, exactly.
Burnt stuff.
Like you were in an old time play with blackface.
Yeah. Man,
What is that?
You're gonna come up with gonna blast through this pass, probably. We think. No.
Was it Oliver Twist?
Maybe it was Oliver Twist.
Oh, Oliver.
Well, that was different. Is that Oliver?
Well, I think the movie was called. There was a play in the movie they called Oliver, but it was based on Oliver Twist.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Now it's coming back.
Yeah, and so Dickens wrote it in the account.
Is that anything like Cinnamon Twist?
Yeah.
They didn't have enough food.
Oh, right.
How do you say cinnamon twist in Chinese? I need to know that tonight.
They probably.
They didn't have enough porridge.
How you doing, Mag?
Oh yeah, the other thing. See if you can understand this. Rui de wa da lao.
Oh, really?
How did you become so fluent in Mongolian?
No, it's Mandarin.
Oh, Mandarin. Okay.
Oh, because I went to Taiwan and I was trying to learn.
It sounded like fluent Mongolian, or or trying to get to learn.
Yeah. How do you know what Mongolian is?
Yeah. All right. I used to be able to talk to people's mothers in Mongolian. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's the only thing I learned. No, I don't know. Talk about people's.
Well, yeah, China.
So now they're looking for people that they wanted somebody that was a receptionist that could speak Mandarin and English to be able to communicate with their customers.
Yeah, when I get better, I can tutor you.
Okay.
Going to the end of the hike.